Well, hello fellow campers. I'm just out on a little walk with Sammy, getting a little bit of nature. Yeah, we took a little break just to catch up on life, but we've still got some stuff to show you. So here's a little video of something we did a few weeks back.
Well, it's a dreary Thursday, and I know the next few days are going to be really sunny, but unfortunately today is the first day that we have to go to Vegan Campout to set up. So we've got a few jobs to do this morning. So we're finally leaving our campsite that has been our on and off campsite whilst we've been renting our home out. I'm feeling a little bit more positive this morning, even though I've woken up with great big sleep creases on my face. I obviously slept very well, but unfortunately our 14-year-old who's tried to sleep outside the last 2 nights has either been disturbed by tent pegs coming down and the tarpaulin falling in his face, or being too cold. So we've got to get that sorted. He seems to be sleeping okay when he comes into the motorhome though, so hopefully we can persuade him to stay in there for the next few nights. So this morning I've come to our local pub and I am picking up something from the local Amazon locker. We've got to get rid of both cars before we take just the motorhome to Vegan Campout. So that's our job this morning, and to pick up an online shop and then travel for 2 hours in the rain to finally set up. And as if by magic, with the Bluetooth on, I can get my package. I won't be going on that. Yeah, your brain will fall out if you go on that. So we're here and we are exhibiting at Vegan Campout, which means our motorhome is absolutely messy as you like. It really is. Squeezing in giant dog who's munching on his dinner, Indy's stuff, all of the bedding, all of the stuff that we're exhibiting down the various ends, and also trying to put away the shopping as well. It's a bit hectic. So we are going to do a nice simple korma curry in the hope that the boys will all eat it. So easy microwave rice without the microwave, a bit of Outpost single, I've got a korma pod that I can use, and oh dear, that's leaching everywhere, a whole bunch of authentic cauldron tofu. It's going to be boring tofu. It's not going to be crispy or crunchy. It's just going to be sloppy, but hey ho, I don't think we'll notice because it's going to absorb all the flavours. And we've just seen a rainbow because it's been raining like a beast all day. Apparently it's going to get better tomorrow, but my goodness me, it's been appalling. And that's why I'm staying safely in here and replying to all my friends' messages whilst the boys are working really hard. I can't take any credit for the stall. It looks really good though. Well, this is starting to look a little bit more like it. However, our rice isn't looking quite so appealing, but a space food there. Still looking super messy down here. I mean, unpacking shopping, we've got boxes of stock, laptops, bags. Yes, darling. You haven't got mushrooms in yours, don't worry. What's really good is that the kids are all having an amazing time, and it hasn't even started. Daz has managed to get high-vis jackets for all 3 of the boys. So Indy has this air of authority as he walks around the site. They're getting to know the stalls either side of us, whereas I'm locking myself away with Sammy cooking the dinner. Our youngest has been cycling around the site, and it's just a really nice ambience. Our second eldest has just come in and said that some of the stalls are open, so after our korma we might have a little wander around and see if we can find a delicious pudding, because of course my main reason for coming, as well as to have some chill out time and do plenty of yoga, is to sample all the delicious vegan food. I'm very excited about that, and after the week I've had, I'm definitely going to treat myself. And just when you think it's going really well, it looks like something died in here. Oh dear. I've just eaten that vegan pasta donata. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. It was absolutely delicious. It was nicer than any custard tart that I've had that wasn't vegan from what I remember all those years ago. So whatever they're doing over there, it's amazing. And at £2.75, I'm definitely going to get myself another one. They're is so much stuff on offer here, and my 14-year-old is excited for every single stall. It's been a crazy busy day today. I don't think either boy has stopped talking, so I'm hoping I'll be able to persuade them to eat something and hopefully go and have a bit of a boogie later. Well, the last child has been fed. We found churros, we found sushi, we found the most dirty burgers, and the vegan chicken gherkin, mayo and fries combo I just had was delicious, but it feels like the most unhealthiest thing that I've ever eaten. So tomorrow it's back to trying to eat clean, even with all the temptation around me. But for now, it's time to pour myself a glass of Prosecco, neck it and go dancing with my friend, who just happens to be at Vegan Campout. Morning. We're on day 2 of the festival now, and Sammy is like a celebrity. He's getting lots of love and lots of people that own greyhounds too. I've just spoken to a lovely girl who has a tattoo of her mum's 2 greyhounds on her leg, and she was really nice. So yeah, he's getting lots of attention. He demanded his walk this morning. He was disrupting events on the stall, so I had to cut my shower in half so I could give him his little stroll around, and that's completely right, but it's hard because everybody else needs breakfasting and washing too. Had to persuade the 14-year-old to actually go to the toilet in the motorhome before we started work this morning. But we're off. There's water issues across the site, and one of the pipes has been broken, possibly been driven over, so there's water issues everywhere.
Yes, after 2 years of motorhoming with up to 6 people and a dog on board, we know how important water can be. So for all these poor caterers to wake up in the morning and find there was no water supply, it's quite a big problem. At one point we went out for some water, and I joined a queue of 3 people in front of me, and as the first chap left, the next 2 looked around at me and explained that they were not just filling up their bottles, but were about to have a shower under a tap. And rather than stay and stare, I decided to go elsewhere to find water.
Right, it's definitely time for my son to take a break with a fluff pancake, breakfast style.
Yes, it turns out that for a bit of help, food makes a pretty good currency. Can't say the same for Sammy. But after yet another nap, our fastest couch potato, Sammy, was out for another walk. What's great about Vegan Campout is well-behaved dogs are more than welcome, and of course, it's a field full of animal lovers.
I was just casually queuing for Indie Smoothie then, and I noticed that there were police hanging around by the stalls, and actually there was a topless woman arguing why she shouldn't be able to walk around topless. Apparently it's a nipples issue. She made a very fair point. Blokes have nipples too. Oh, wish I could have filmed it, but I don't think it would be suitable for this channel. So one of the great things about walking around and making sure that all of my family are fed, I get to go and check out all of the food stalls, and so we've tried out several of them, but this has got to be the most impressive. We've gone to a vegan chicken stall, and it is phenomenal food. Dad's going to eat it now. Hopefully he'll take a break and enjoy it. I'm going to show it to you now. I mean, there are some healthy food options, I promise. There's loads of buddy bowls, there's loads of kimchi and sushi. Oh, sorry, but this one looks absolutely phenomenal. You've got wings, nuggets, dippers, fries, and then a sweet and spicy sauce. There's some black sesame seeds and spring onions on there, a bit of coriander. I mean, I wish I was eating this, but I'm going to go over to the kids area now.
So So, under the premise that Bea was filming this for the benefit of our 19-year-old who's into his protein and bodybuilding, she managed to get these plant-powered bodybuilders to strip off and show her their muscles. All in a hard day's work, eh dear? In stark contrast to those healthy chaps, there's ample opportunity to be an unhealthy vegan too. But as well as food, there was also talks. Here's one legend, Peter Egan. I'm taking a box of beep on a little walk around the campsite.
No one knows the contents.
All it is a trail of brown smoke for about 5 metres behind our walk.
That is awful.
Gloves.
Oh, good luck, babe. Well, it's Sunday morning at Vegan Campout. It's a beautiful day and I don't think it's even hit 9:30. I've heard 2 yoga sessions going on the dog walk and I've had a chance to walk around the site today. It's just enormous. There are camping areas every side of me. And what's quite nice is that you've got groups of different vegans with different interests, such as vegan runners. They're all meeting up for a run this morning. You've got vegan meditators, vegan yogis, all sorts of groups. The family area is amazing. It just has such a nice relaxed vibe. Looking forward to what the day holds. Eek, the coffee queue is insane. So, biggest queues in the morning, apart from showers and toilets, coffee and juice bar. So I'm glad I've got a little bit of nice coffee on board. Oh my goodness me. So, I've just bought a vegan Scotch egg called a Scotchie from the Good Grub, and it is absolutely delicious. And these are all the tattoo artists working on site at the festival. So I've been learning all about Farm Animal Rescue Sanctuary, which is based in Stratford-upon-Avon. They've got an amazing stall here. I've just bought a cool t-shirt in colour, and Etty did a spin to win and he won the bracelet. So Sunday lunch, Daz and our 14-year-old, they're going for this. Well, we've just been told that this is the best, even though it's going to be hard to beat the Scotch eggs.
Although vegan food is obviously the focus at a festival like this, there is obviously a lot more that goes into making such a wonderful festival. This year's festival was the biggest yet, with around 11,000 to 12,000 people enjoying all sorts of things, including plenty of music and comedy. But strutting around the site, you'll also see some odd things like this.
Well, it's late on Sunday. We've seen Kate Nash, we've seen some lovely street vendors, we've seen Earthling Ed, and we've seen Simon Ansell, who is very filthy but quite amusing. And it's been a good second day. Poor old Daz hasn't left the stall. I feel privileged I've been able to come here, see the amazing atmosphere, try out all the delicious food, and hear some amazing speakers who are making such a difference, providing a voice for the voiceless and discussing the importance of diet and for everybody to think about what's happening to our planet because of climate change. It's going to be a hot one today, 28 degrees apparently by the end of it. It's Vegan Campout, it's Monday. I've got my new t-shirt on. How cool is that? That is an farm animal sanctuary in Stratford-upon-Avon, and all the animals on my t-shirt are actual animals that are at the sanctuary. 2 of them have passed away now, but the rest of them all still alive, all have names. She went through all the names just so I can't remember them, but they have all been rescued in some way, shape or form from industrialised farming. Particularly sad is this little chap here, a little lamb that was about to be killed by a farmer because it had spina bifida, and they decided to rescue it and went to a dog animal charity to get sort of wheeled chair for it so it was able to support its back legs, and it had a quality of life. And I think that's what I've taken home from this weekend, is that life over taste is a really important point, and everyone's life needs to be respected, however short. The back end of a festival is never that attractive, but there's always got to be a back end, isn't there? and I spotted it now, but I haven't seen that much litter on site. We've been camping right in the thick of it next to a huge theme park ride which doesn't shut down until midnight. So I was blasting out classical music yesterday night to keep Sammy chilled. He seems to be okay with that. He's not so good with the screaming and the banging of drums. They do sound like fireworks, and he was really spooked yesterday. Okay, I didn't see the patisserie stall whilst I'm queuing for coffee. That's got to be a must this morning. All is well with the world, so I have my sanctuary coffee where money is donated to an animal sanctuary, and this was my impulse purchase. 3 delicious macarons for the children. They get to argue over the flavour, but only one child is awake, therefore he gets first choice. And then, not from Plantuguese this time, but from the patisserie, a pastel de nata for Daz and myself. That is a good way to start the day, and a reward really for how hard he has been working, and us to a lesser extent. So, taste test. This is the guy that you haven't seen in this vlog because he's been working constantly and he has no voice, having spoken to people for nearly 4 days straight. Is it as good as the last one?
That's really nice. Really
yeah.
Good.
There's something...
Could be bigger.
Yeah. Well, that's the traditional size for a pastel de nata.
It's a good bit of morning stodge.
Yeah, I know. There's absolutely no need for it considering the amount of food we consumed yesterday. So yesterday I was actually rocking a food baby at the end of the day. I didn't take any pictures of my delicious Jamaican food, and it left me feeling more full than I had done with any of the other vegan junk foods I'd had. So I'm looking forward to getting home after 12 days of being away and eating clean, doing some exercise and exploring some more whole food plant-based recipes. I'm kind of inspired having seen what people can create.
Can I have strawberry and Bakewell pudding, please? Thank you.
Oh, what's the blue?
Bubblegum.
Mmm. I had a really cool moment earlier. Daz met Liam and Janine from the Happy Days whilst I was looking for a t-shirt for my nearly 12-year-old, and I was mortified because they're my favourite YouTubers and we knew that they were here because we saw a picture of them online a couple of days ago, and I said, oh, at some point we're going to have to see if they're around. Anyway, I came dashing back to the stall and they'd gone, but they were just a few stalls down and I was just too embarrassed to go and speak to them. They were family, they were choosing t-shirts, and I just thought, I can't do it. And then everyone was trying to persuade me to go over whilst they were in the ice cream stall. And I said, I don't think they're going to want some random fan just coming up to them whilst they're eating ice creams and buying ice creams. So I thought I'd just wait. And I was just in the queue with Indy getting his ice cream milkshake treat, and they were sat and she looked kind of chilled out. I just thought, okay, this is a moment I just went, can I talk to you? And she was absolutely lovely. Liam was lovely as well, and I told her I was really impressed with her editing skills and the care she takes in putting the videos together. And I loved the fact that they went exploring in India and did lots of really kind things in India, including giving their tuk-tuk to a dog rescue. It was an episode that made me cry. It's just fantastic. So yeah, that was a real moment for me. I was probably shaking, and then I had a little cry afterwards. I was thinking, my goodness me, it just shows you that you know, the power of YouTube. Actually, I didn't think in my 40s I'd be so emotionally invested in a couple who are vegan travellers. But I don't think I'd be able to, or don't think the BBC or any programme makers on mainstream television would make that sort of thing. So it's great that we've got YouTube as a platform for all of us who have these really niche interests, that we can find people that we can connect with, and also meet in a situation like this. So that was really nice for me. Well, the van is loaded, the site is clearing. We're super sweaty and unwashed, but it's been a really successful camp out. And literally just across the way there, Earthing Ed and his team were packing up their idea and Surge Sanctuary stalls, and then we were kind of semi-thinking about plucking up the courage to go and speak to them, but they're so cool. And then they wandered over to their no catch fan, so we decided against it. But yeah, it was pretty cool to have him in such close proximity. We were literally 2 stalls down. Oh, see you later, vegan camp out. We literally just drove past Earthing Ed again. You were going to shout out to him, we love you, Earthing Ed.
I thought against it.
What do you think, Sammy? You're not bothered by Earthing Ed, but you're considering doing a talk next year, aren't you, babe? So Watch this space. This time next year, Daz might be on the education stage. What the hell does he know?
Daz, yeah.
So we've absolutely loved our time here. It's been a real eye-opener. Super busy, super loud. I don't know whether I'd want to be on the camping areas, because even though being in the thick of it is noisy, at least we're not having to deal with that noise beyond midnight. Again, feel very blessed that we were able to try out so much this weekend. But I'm going home inspired to spend more time in the kitchen, creating more interesting things, and really enjoying my food rather than rushing it, because Daz just said this is like driving over the surface of the moon. Except there's wind here.
It's just craters and dust.
I think that's the main reason for changing location, is that this is a bit bleak and windy. It is an old airfield.